want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution, where I talk about everything crypto daily. Jumping right into the market. Today, crypto sideways. Overall market cap of cryptocurrency, $200 billion. Bitcoin at 73.29. This is a Bitcoin daily chart, which we've been talking about. So obviously we know that Bitcoin's fallen from the top or this upper trend line down to close to the bottom. After a big Bitcoin drop, you don't have a whole lot of market structure. Can't really draw a pattern with one candle on the daily, potentially, right? So we zoom in. We look at the 1 hour chart. Bitcoin's got the 50 moving averages, overhead resistance, trying to break above it now, depending on how this candle closes. Now, this triangle should break in the next 10 hours, potentially sooner. Okay, this is a bullish triangle, but again, bearish pennant. It could go either way, but at the end of the day, you're basically looking to buy the breakout if you're looking for an entry for Bitcoin. I've got a cryptocurrency trading group. I've got 6 chat groups. Everybody's working together to trade this market successfully. I've got 41 videos in a playlist where if you don't know anything about trading at all, you can watch these videos. You'll be making profitable trades. The number one reason why people join the group is these guys. I post these profitable trading setups every single day. If you guys want to join the cryptocurrency trading group, you want to pay in crypto, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. I'll get you set up and in the group today. Remember, you get a 20% discount if you pay in crypto for 6 months. Now, if you pay in crypto for the entire year, you get 30% off and an additional month for free. I think it works out, if you pay for the year, I think it works out to like $1.33 a day. This is not expensive. It's like the price of a cup of coffee. The goal is to get everybody that's been struggling in this market headed in the right direction. Now, if you do want to pay with a card month to month, you can do so. There's a Patreon link in the description. Now, this is Tezos. Tezos has been on a tear. Apparently, didn't get the memo about the market downturn because it's been continually climbing higher. Now, if you would have got in on this midterm hold setup back here, this double bottom, up 84% in Tezos. Another previous setup I had posted by the breakout up 26%. Now you've got a bullish pennant and you're waiting for the breakout of this to the upside. This is Encash. I posted this, I think like 11 o'clock at night. I woke up in the morning and it was up like 50% real quick. So you got to be in the right coins. I'm going to show you everything that I know about trading this market successfully. Crypto asset diversification versus all your eggs in one basket. This is a hot topic in crypto, and I want to know from you guys, do you like to hold a bunch of different coins, and how do you think that strategy is working for you? Me, I like to, when this market is headed higher, I like to maybe hold about 5 or 6 coins at the most. I always use the analogy, it's kind of like a horse race. Yeah, you could put money on every single horse, and yeah, you're going to win. But because you're betting on every one of them, the ones that do win, you're not going to make as much money because you're so spread out. So, I would encourage everybody to kind of come up with a strategy that works for you. I mean, if you're all in Bitcoin, you're Bitcoin maximalist, that works. My question is, if you're holding right now in a downtrend, potentially that's not very profitable, right? And so these altcoins, though, I feel like a lot of people come in my group and they have 20 or 30 or 40 cryptos, altcoins. Like they don't even remember what they have. Well, let me look through them and I got to make a list. Like they don't know them off the top of their head. My concern is with that situation is how can you keep track of all these cryptos? What are they doing? Are they developing? Like there's so much going on in the space every single day. You have to be able to keep track of these cryptos. I would say pick the 5 strongest coins you're looking at. Technicals, fundamentals are strong. Strong coins, sentiment strong as well. Good solid team. There's so many things that go into picking the right coins. But you just don't want to be too spread out, in my opinion, my strategy. I could, if you want to put $100 in 1,000 different coins, and yeah, you're going to win. But how much money are you going to make on $100, right? When I talk about an altcoin season, I don't mean the epic altcoin season of the world that we had one time ever. I'm talking about these little market cycles. We're in an uptrend in the market cycle of these altcoins as a whole. You're going to make a ton of money. And so I post a lot of these midterm holds, and what I'm looking for is I want to buy in accumulation. And you can see, like, you might have to let it ride, but you're not riding this downtrend. Well, Chris, how do I know if it's a downtrend? Well, Obviously, it's trending lower, but more than that is you see all these moving averages when the price action's below every single moving average, all the majors. Look what happens when the price action is below all the moving averages. It's trending lower. As soon as it breaks above the moving averages, look what happens. Like that could be your buy and sell signal. I'm going to hold these coins, but I'm going to be smart about it. I'm going to hold them when they trend higher. My whole point here is you want to hold perfect, but I would just say hold the uptrends. And then when this uptrend's over, cycle it to another coin where it's in accumulation. The thing is, you don't want to give your profits back. You want to take them. And then you want your profits to continue to compound, right? Just in general in life, you always want to have compounding interest, compounding profits. Let your profits and your money work for you while you're sleeping. And this is a strategy I want you to consider. Bitcoin primed for a move to 8,000, but the bear trend isn't over yet. And so what he's talking about here is, yeah, we could run up to about 8,000, 8,200 in this area. You know, we get a bounce here. That's about the top of the pattern. Okay, but then you have to consider the bottom here. The next bottom could be 6,000. Bitcoin is dying for at least the 378th time to date. Like this has almost just become a meme, like laughable. You know, it's like Bitcoin's dying again. Bitcoin's dying. But that's this market, it does. You get these huge pumps, these huge run-ups, and then it does, you know, these huge downtrends. And you get these huge cycles of accumulation where people just lose interest in it for the time being. And then everybody comes back in, or everybody FOMOs back in and they buy more, but it's just like Bitcoin's dying. No, Bitcoin's not dying. It's just taking a break. Binance research, 96% of institutional investors are embracing stablecoins. Yes, we have to. Listen, stablecoins are a great way to keep your money at bay, ready to jump into this market and not actually at risk of taking losses. Tether is dominant but concerning. So yeah, there's some concerns with Tether, but it's the largest. There's a lot of liquidity here. Most institutional investors by far use this. It's number 5 crypto, you know, by market cap. When Bitcoin does something crazy, you're paying a premium to use these smaller coins, you know, so you're almost losing money jumping in and out of these smaller stable coins because they're not so stable. The regulations are shifting, so it's interesting to see what happens with these stablecoin regulations. Like they're throwing around words like securities in the United States, which could potentially be problematic. So we just kind of have to see what happens with that. If you guys haven't picked up a Ledger Nano X hardware wallet, the factory link is in the description. It does support the channel. Definitely pick one of these guys up. Safest way to store your crypto. Bitcoin price may hit 5,500 in 2020 to wear out the bulls. It's possible. Like we talked about, to wear out the bulls. That's what they do. Like everybody right now is basically trading derivatives, futures, shorting the market as far as Bitcoin goes. And retail is just like holding, like, hey, let me get through this. Let me get through this downtrend. It's going to take off, I hope. And it just hasn't got to that point yet, because this market, like, look at 2018. Everybody's like, man, for sure, you know, things are going to turn around, and it just kind of drags us until it's just like, and then all of a sudden you get a big dip to the downside. And it was disheartening. A lot of people get worn out. It's emotional turmoil. It takes a lot. You know, I got to give everybody credit that's watching this video, because we've been through a lot of this market. A lot of learning has taken place. Most important thing is if there's things that you see over and over and that repeat themselves, you've got to consider making a change in your strategy to improve your portfolio and your positions. Whale alert. So $30 million worth of Tether was minted at the Tether treasury. Now, previously, everybody thinks, hey, Tether gets printed and Bitcoin's going to pump. And this was just a chain swap from ERC20 to Tron. So again, in that situation, they basically destroyed the same amount as well. So it's not going to pump the price. One of the biggest Bitcoin holders just moved 46,000 Bitcoin, worth $330 million for a fee of 40 cents. Amazingly cheap. When you guys see this, you have to know there's more going on here. You know, potentially a lot of when you're talking about this much Bitcoin, a lot of times, a majority of the times, it's exchanges. So just keep that in mind. This is pretty interesting. So they're talking about the Bitmex.com insurance fund, and it's worth about $239 million. It holds about 0.18% of all the Bitcoin in circulation. If this was on the rich list of Bitcoin wallets, it would be number 20. So Bitmex, they have this insurance fund, And the insurance fund is designed to avoid auto deleveraging in traders' positions. The fund is used to aggress unfilled liquidation orders before they are taken over by the auto deleveraging system. What's amazing is they have all this reserve Bitcoin. If it was on CoinMarketCap right now, it would be number 32. That means it would be bigger than Decred, 0x, Holochain, Augur, Omisigo, Ravencoin, Nano, Lisk, Digibyte, Kucoin. All these coins, basically all but 32 of these coins, it would be larger than. So just think about that. That's a ton of Bitcoin. What I'm saying to you guys is, man, they got a lot of power. They make a bunch of money. Bitmex, these derivatives exchanges, they make so much money. They're the ones making a killing right now. But if you look, yesterday was the largest gain in the Bitmex insurance fund ever. They made a killing off of what we went through as holders and spot traders and retail investors in this market. They're making all the money. CME Bitcoin futures boom to 11,500 contracts as spot prices bust. Now these, you think through this, and Bitcoin futures, obviously they can go short, right? And so you've got a lot of people, most of your institutions and smart money, they're shorting this market right now. They're not holding a bunch of the Bitcoin. They're not spot trading like we are. Bakkt prepares for cash settled Bitcoin futures contracts. Hits a new record volume yesterday of 19, almost 20 million. Reaches a cumulative 45-day volume of 200 million. Again, these Bakkt Bitcoin futures, they can also short this market. Binance crypto exchange is going to drag crypto news site talking about the block to court over fake news. Yeah, CZ's ticked about this. Like, you know, they kind of put it out there that, you know, this exchange is getting busted and shut down. Binance is, and CZ's taking them to court over it. Now, there's all this talk about China lately. Everything has just been China, China, China. How much does China influence the price of Bitcoin? Historically, it always has. This has been a huge... I remember when China really did ban cryptocurrency use and the market tanked, took a huge hit. I actually bought a lot in that dip, but again, we were trending higher in the market. You know, that's 2017. I went back and found some articles previously about Bitcoin in China. This is the fake China Bitcoin ban that pushed the price below $600. Now, this was from March of 2014. Like, the main thing here is I want to emphasize the fact that there's a lot of things in the news that are false. There's a lot of fake news. There's a lot of deciphering that has to happen. Sometimes, like, I can't tell if it's fake news or not. I just want to make sure and get it out there, because whether it's fake or not, and I want you to wrap your mind around this, whether it's fake or not, initially it's going to move the market. So instead of on day one trying to figure out, okay, is this real or not, just with news in general, any kind, rumors, partnerships, you know, China stuff, any type of news, it's going to move the market. And then after everything settles down, it'll come out in the wash whether it was real or not. So if people are going to perceive this partnership as being the biggest thing ever, even though you think it's garbage, it's going to move the price in the positive direction. So you want to be in those trades, right? If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure and subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.